So are you going to ask me questions?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Nobody's
Hi.
watching yet, but
Oh, okay.
it's on me, and then I'll.
All right.
It's like the drag shows. It takes a while for people to
Let's see.
watch.
I'm going to get a piece of lemon.
Hi, everybody. Dan here from Oscar's Kitchen, and today is a great day because it's our first day of working with Chef Jay, who's developed a wonderful vegan menu for our weekdays, Monday through Friday. We have a wonderful vegan menu that Chef's created, and she's going to make something for us today. I think we're going to be making the.
The Oscars
There's
bowl.
Jay there.
Okay. We're making the Oscars bowl, or assembling the Oscars bowl, so you can see what that is. And we have it on the menu for vegans, or we've also got a vegetarian portion as well, and a little keto, paleo as well. So today we start off with our grain, which goes at the bottom of our bowl here. And our grain is a mixture of quinoa, red quinoa, and brown rice. And we mix this up together. And I have it where this is a really clean meal with lots of nutrients, and that can help sustain you for your hikes and your runs, or just a nice, good, solid lunch. And so we get a nice, good mixture of the brown rice and red quinoa. It's really pretty down at the bottom of the bowl here. Okay. Then I have today's vegetables. So the bowl, it'll be vegetables of the day. So today's vegetable is a broccoli, which is a blanched broccoli. And the blanching is done where, if you're not familiar with blanching, you're kind of doing a quick boil of the broccoli itself, so it brings out the nutrients to the flour, makes it that really beautiful green, pumps it up, and then you throw it into some ice right afterwards, or icy water bath real quick, in order to just get it to stop cooking right there. So you just get your vital nutrients of the vegetable and that beautiful green. And then I've got some nice carrots, which I did the same way. So they're blanched carrots, and we're putting them right in there. Okay, and then over here I've got our tofu. So when you're doing the bowl, you've got a couple of choices. You can do the ginger tofu, which we have here. It's a baked ginger tofu. And we also have a tempeh, which we can also do it's a baked tempeh, a baked barbecue tempeh. And then we also have your option if you do eat eggs and you want to do eggs. We've got you can do a scrambled egg or a hard-boiled egg. And our eggs are free-range eggs from free-range chickens from local farms. And so this goes right in here. We've got nice 2 good-sized pieces of tofu that was marinated in my ginger sauce and then baked. And we head over here to the cold section and add a little bit of sauerkraut, which is very good for digestion and for our bodies. And that's a nice pungent sauerkraut. It's really, really wonderful sauerkraut that I get from another local vendor. And then we come over here and we are putting in, we've got our sauerkraut, we've got I know what I forgot. I forgot our beans. So we also are doing a bean of the day. Today's bean of the day is the ever popular lentil. May not be the prettiest dish, but it does taste good, I assure you. So we're taking our lentils and we pop them over here on the side in a nice little round bowl. And the lentil today is a lentil that we did in our pressure cooker. So they're pressure cooked lentils, which really helps to bring out the flavor in the lentils itself as well. And they do a really deep cook with the pressure cooker. And it's also done with a little curry and some garlic and onion. So it's a curried lentil. Come on over here, and we have some scallion, which I will sprinkle on top of the tofu. A little cilantro, which will go on top of the beans, on top of the lentil. And then I do a little bit of lemon, which will stay right here on our vegetable. And last but not least is our dressing. So I have a dressing that can go on everything, or you can just dip it into, you can dip the vegetables into it, whatever you like. I put it on the side and do a little shake here. It is a tahini with a little bit of white miso dressing in there. And pop that on the top there. Pop that. This is a great bowl to take with you on the road if you're traveling, or just if you're nice and still sheltering at home. Give yourself a little treat. And I'll put a few sesame seeds on top here. We've got some black sesame, some white sesame, and we'll flip that over. And we've got our new compostable containers that we're using here over at Oscar's, and this is our Oscar's bowl. And every day that's going to change, so if you're interested in an Oscar's bowl, make sure you ask your server what you call, what the bean is of the day, what the vegetable is of the day, and those things will change, and maybe we'll get your favorite vegetable in, and that'll make you want to get the bowl too. All right, well, thank you for tuning in, and come on in and eat some lunch.
So this is the voice of Dan now. We're just gonna talk to Jay for a little bit about her experience as a vegan chef, and then we'll say good day to you guys. But we hope for you guys to come down. Today's our first day for that we're doing our weekday vegan menu, so we want you to experience that. You know, I wanted to diversify Oscars. You know, when I first bought Oscars, I was like, oh my gosh, we are just going to be a drag show, fine dining venue. And then as many businessmen and mentors have told me, it's like diversification is where it's at. Diversify, diversify, diversify. So I wanted to change the menu up a bit, and we haven't been open during the day, and there's a lot of supernaturalists here in the desert and people that are really into nature, and Jay has been someone I've been talking to, and so here we are, and we're going to do something different at Oscars during the day. And so welcome, Jay, and I'm glad she's here. And so Jay, tell us a little bit about your history with this.
Sure. Oh, is that an order?
And that's an order.
My history comes from starting off as a young girl growing up in Hawaii. I became very interested in health and nutrition at a young age and started educating myself that way, and started cooking at home when I came home and said, I'm no longer going to eat meat. And I was very young, and my mother said, fine, then you need to learn how to cook. So I started picking up some magazines and books, and I just started cooking at home. And so I did a lot of things very self-taught in the days where a lot of the things that we have here that are really easy to get today in the world of vegetarian and vegan cooking were not as accessible back then, and you had to really eat from the earth. So a lot of my cooking comes from the real clean earth eating, coming from learning how to use what I had in my surroundings, and also being able to do it nutritiously. I was an athlete, and I was always told, well, you got to make sure you have enough protein, and you've got to make sure that you've got all your vegetables or all the right vitamins and minerals. And I have, and I did, and I did that when I was a child. Then I moved to New York City, and I studied with the Natural Gourmet School. It was started by a woman by the name of Anne-Marie Colvin, and I studied there as well as was an assistant chef there. And I also studied at Gulliver's Living and Learning Center, which is a natural foods cooking school that was in Manhattan at the time. And I parlayed all of that, worked for the Food Network for a short time as a prep chef. And then over the years, I have run different kinds of catering, as well as craft services on sets, and doing everything on a natural, for the most part, natural, organic as much as possible, and plant-based or vegan and vegetarian. And so that's, for me, has been sort of my swoop around of what I've done. And I'm always cooking, creating. It's one of my favorite things. I will say, if you like to have something done exactly the same way every time. That's probably not me, but if you like something that tastes good, that's what you'll get. So I love to make what I've created on the menu here is kind of the old school vegetarian menu, and I brought that kind of back so that it's again getting back to what really fed me all these years, and I hope to feed other people, and I love to feed people, and that's one of the things that makes me really happy.
So Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. we have a vegan menu, and for takeout and delivery. So if you're interested, please send us a message. I'm going to shoot a image of the menu as well on the video, but we'd love for you guys to come down and check out the supernaturalist expert here. And if you're just joining us, we just made a Oscar's Healthy Bowl, which we're going to show you right now before we head off. Look at that, all natural there with tofu. So come on down. Chef Jay and I are waiting for you. Have a great day, everyone.